evening. A recent study has shown that 97% of Irish women are stressed out of their bins as a direct result of being asked a question they rarely know the answer to. This question is, what will we have for the dinner? I'm going to go to our social affairs correspondent, Susan O'Malley now, who's talking to some of those victims directly.
Thank you, Sinead. Yes, the situation here is critical. I'm talking to Deirdre, I don't know what to have, about the impact that these 7 deadly words are having on her life. Deirdre, how are you getting on?
Yeah, I find it very difficult. It happens to me about 2 o'clock every afternoon. I'll just have the thought, oh Jesus, what are we going to have for the dinner? And then the panic sort of sets in, you know, all these questions going through in my head, you know, will I have fish? No, the kids won't eat that. What about broccoli? Waste me time, they'll just push it around the plate. And then something will occur to me that literally just stops me heart in my chest, like, Jesus, I've no potatoes.
Oh.
So it's just very overwhelming, to be honest.
Okay, dear, are you overwhelmed at the moment?
No. Why, what time is it?
It's 5 to 2.
Oh, fuck. I have to go to Lidl.
So there you have it, Sinead, you've seen it for yourself. Another woman struggling with ideas for what to have for the dinner. Which reminds me, Jesus, I'd like to take lasagna out of the freezer. An all too familiar sight. Women roaming around supermarkets looking confused, bewildered, and at a total loss as to what to have for the Jesus dinner. The pressure to come up with something new and tasty that the whole family will enjoy can reduce many women to tears. We spoke to a specialist in this area, clinical psychologist Dr. Enda Tether.
Well, as a psychologist, I can tell you being asked this question relentlessly does a lot of damage. It does damage psychologically and physically. For example, psychologically, a woman might feel despair, frustration, or even homicidal when she's constantly getting that question thrown at her.
And what about the physical damage?
Yes, well, I mean, physically there can be a spike in cortisol, a kind of tightening around the chest, and a desire to pick up a Pyrex dish and just lob it at the feckin' idiot who's asked you.
You've written a book, Dr. Enda Tether.
Yes, I have. I've written a book on this very subject, and in it is a lot of advice for women who are faced with this dinner question.
And what's the book called?
The book is called You Decide for a Change, You Lazy Bastards. We spoke to one woman who was pushed completely over the edge whilst trying to decide what to have for the dinner. We're calling her Fiona here, but that's not her real name.
I'm not proud of my behaviour. I know what I did was wrong, but I was just pushed to the limit.
Can you tell us what happened?
It was a Saturday afternoon, the 23rd of August, about 3 o'clock, and my husband came in and I said to him, what do you fancy for the dinner? And he said, I'm easy. So then I said, right, okay, do you want chicken? He said, no, we had that last night. Then I suggested pork chop. He went, no, I don't feel like pork chop. I said, fish. He said, I don't like fish. I could feel the anger rising. I made 15 different suggestions, all met with no. And that's when I lost my shit.
And how is life in prison?
Well, obviously it's not ideal, but I suppose there is one positive.
Oh yeah, what's that?
I don't have to decide what to have for the dinner.
So, if you're one of these women whose lives have been impacted by this difficult question, the medical advice seems to be, fuck it, just bring them to McDonald's.